All right, our buddies. This is Pink Girly, and this is my channel, Bricolage with Pink Girly. And I got stuff. I mean, I got stuff. So I'm just telling you right up front, this is going to be a long video. But I like watching Happy Mail videos and haul videos. So I don't know. A lot of you are just like me. So you can turn this on while you're working at your desk or sitting in your chair, whatever. But I'm thrilled with the things that I have recently acquired, and I just want to share it with you. So, yesterday, which was Friday, July 20, what's today? The 26th? Today's the 20th? Okay, July 25th, I went to Stone Harbor, New Jersey, and met Jersey Laura, or some of you may know her as Laura Beth. I'll put her channel in the description box when I get this video. What do they call it? Populated. And we had been talking, I guess, kind of on and off for years that we should meet someday. And Laura was coming down to a Shore Point with her family. And so she said maybe Stone Harbor would be a nice place to meet. So we did. And we went to a coffee shop, a coffee cafe, Coffee Talk in Stone Harbor. And boy, did we talk. And we talked and we talked and we hugged. We had some green tea. And gosh, it was just wonderful. It was just really, I mean, for me, it was just like we see each other every week, you know? I mean, she's just amazing. And so we had a great time. My husband was so patient, waited for us till we finally said, okay, we gotta get this done. Laura's son was wanting some vittles, and so we just spent a couple hours together chatting, and we brought each other goodies. So this is my goodie bag. So I want to show you what she brought me because I'm just so thrilled. First of all, we both spied this sitting on the windowsill at the coffee shop, and we both grabbed one because we want to do some art in these. So this is just like an ad, you know. But the pages are nice and silky, and I think I'm going to fold mine in this way. I don't know, but I'm going to use it. Going to use it. So that was a bonus. Now her little package had this stuffed out of the top, tissue paper, but isn't it pretty? Look how pretty it is. So this is going to go in a journal for sure. Maybe, you know, it might even go on a cover, you know. I could really decoupage this on a cover. I could iron this to some freezer paper. Look, two sheets. Two sheets, baby. So this is going to be used. This is not trash. But when I think of all the tissue paper, wrapping paper I threw away years ago, my grandmother never did. Of course, she didn't use it for art. I wonder what, I don't really know what my grandma did do with her paper. I don't remember ever seeing it, you know, rewrapped on anything. She just always saved it. I think she just loved it. So that starts, and then she gifted me. Look at this stuff. Get all this stuff out. Oh, it's some yummy stuff. She had it all wrapped together in this nice satiny ribbon. It might be some seam binding. I'm not sure. Wait a minute. I want to get everything out. This almost feels like a sandpaper. But what did she? Oh, this is a cup and saucer, I think. Yeah, because we were having coffee. Look, isn't she cute? Cup and saucer. I think that I could slip that in there. But see, I'm going to have to do a journal page of our visit. Isn't that clever? So then she had these different cutouts that she shared with me. Look at this. Look at this trim. Laura said, you know, that would make a cute pair of earrings. And I'm like, yep, it would. I think I might have to make a pair. But look how cute on a velvet ribbon. Look at the big piece. Love it. Love it. Look, little pom-pom. I think Peggy just gave me some of these little pom-poms. That's something to do with it. Look, isn't it? Look. Look, and she's got, this is almost like, I might have to gift this to Jacqueline. This is very stable. It's like a canvasy burlap kind of doily. That would be great on the gel plate. This brings back work memories. Look, all this stuff is great tuck-ins for journals. Look at this. Look at the trim. Oh, look at the big old-timey flashcard. Look. Isn't it yummy? This is like almost like I would call like a brocade. It's like real thick and heavy. Delicious. Just delicious. And then who doesn't love this kind of stuff? Look. Tags, garment tags. Oh, look at that. She gave me $5,000. Got some here. Oh, Rooibos. Honey lime packed in Sri Lanka. Caffeine-free herbal. Ooh, that sounds yummy. And she's got some Lipton lemon ginger. Look how clever. She wrapped some trim around the tea bag. Oh, that's an idea, isn't it? I missed that yesterday. Look how cute that is. Nobody bothered us. My husband said, didn't anybody bother you or ask you to move? I'm like, nope. Look. I think this is a bag that you would put a loose tea in. But look what she popped inside. A little stamp, a little bird stamp. Isn't it cute? So I got that. This is like Christmas in July. Look, she put a couple little fibers on another paper clip. I haven't really done paper clip stuff in a while. I got to get my act together. Oh, look to the Lord and his strength. Seek his face always. That's fabulous. Little tags. I don't need your attitude. I brought my own. Look, I love these. I have a bunch of these somewhere. What are these things? These are just, these are, I forget what they call them. Like, these used to come in cigarettes, I think. Chesterfield coupons. All this stuff is just so fabulous to add, personality and character and riz, if I may, to your journals. Look, and then she included all this punched out stuff. Book plates. Look how yummy. Some Timmy. There's a little Timmy fella there. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. So I don't want to lose any of these bits. Oh, you know what? I want to maybe drink those teas. This guy, I love that stamp. So this isn't really Happy Mail because I didn't get it in mail. I called it Happy Gift, but I think I need to come up with a better name. This was delivered. Maybe Happy Delivery. Maybe that sounds a little too gay. I don't know. Look at all this. Now this looks like something Timmy would make or have. But look at this one. I don't have anything like this. And then she's got a little thread on it. Isn't that adorbs? And more Timmy people. And then some other kind of little ticket of some kind. I said to her, isn't it nice to get stuff and Happy Mail and things like this from other people? Because you live in a different area, things are different, people's tastes are different. And Jacqueline and I are always saying this to each other. You may not want a whole package of something, but it's nice to have little bits of something that you can share with other people. So then she gave me a sampling of some of her fabrics. Wait to get a load of this. This is like quilty, but it's lightweight. That would make a cool cover. Oh, she had a little tag on my gift. Look. In person Happy Mail. There, she did it for me. Look how pretty this is. This is almost like a sheer. Oh, this feels so yummy. I used to wear dresses made out of this stuff. I had to go to the dry cleaner. I love green. Green's my fave. That is gorgeous. Now I got some coffee over here. I don't want to dip my fabric in. Not quite yet. Look. This is Cantha. Now I have some Cantha, but mine are not these nice rich colors. Mine are like a pinky, more pinky. I have a little bit of this maybe, but this is so yummy. So yummy. If you've never had Cantha, this is just feels like worn cotton. It's just so soft and yummy. Really. She gave me a ton of this. This is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. Dark green roses and leaves. This has little birdhouses. How adorable is that? I know. Jacqueline is watching this video and she's saying, oh, I'd dye that in a heartbeat. I just might. I just might. Look. So cute. So cute. Look at this one. This one looks retro. This one looks vintage to me. See, this is what I'm saying. Little bits from somebody else's. Oh, ticking. She gave me some ticking. I forgot about this. Love ticking. Oh, that's a side. Oh, this is a quilt or something, I think. I forgot what she said. Somebody started to stitch this together. I don't think Laura did, but isn't it cool? See, I'm not good with this. Getting the squares square, first of all, and then stitching and making it look. My husband can do it, but I'm not great at it. See, I'm making this skinnier so I can tie this up tighter. So yes, aside from the wonderful visit, I got this yummy, delicious stack of fabric and goodies from Laura. So then when we got home from my little excursion yesterday, there were 2 packages on my doorstep. And one was in a black and white package bag that I use for shipping. And I thought, oh, geez, did I send somebody something and it came back? I did the address wrong. Something got returned. Oh my, what's all running through my head. I was so tired. So I got in my comfy chair, took a little nippy nap. Well, it was more than a nippy nap. It was a marathon nap, really. And when I looked at the label, it was Happy Mail from Calico Kate. You are not even going to be able to stand this. Honestly, you're just going to be blown away. Wait do you see? If you ever get any Happy Mail from Peggy Fitzmaurice or Kathy Cow, it's like you've hit the lottery. I'm telling you, those girls. I mean, Happy Mail is nice, but those girls are like the master of Happy Mail. I mean, I'm sorry. But if you're watching this and you like to do art and mixed media, you are going to be very jealous of this Happy Meal. Okay? You just are. So first, Kath said she was going to send me some of this. She's got this leather cording. And she said she had some really thin stuff. So she said she would send me some. Now, a while back, she sent me some thicker stuff. But here she sent me some thinner stuff. This is all leather. Look at a beautiful color this I would call an aubergine. This is the color my girls wore on my wedding. Look, and here's like a light rust corally color. And then she included some wooden beads, that will go, the cords will go through. Look at these. These look like sequins, little white sequins. I don't have any like that. And then these. I think I bought some of these. I never even thought to put cording through them. Look how fun these are. So I think with the cording and these little goodies, these will make some really cool journal enhancements. Then she sent me this. Hold on. Now there's labels on the back side of these. I want to be careful not to flip these bags around. Look how beautiful this is. I haven't ever seen this color. This is a nice corally color. I think a lot of this stuff that Kath shares was her mother-in-law's. See, this pin looks really old. It's in there. So I think she just sent me some really wonderful vintage seam binding stuff. Look at this. This all looks vintage. Look. This is just the fabric. Where do you see? Where's the... Oh, yeah. Where do you get a load of this stuff? She sent me this file folder, like a hanging file folder. Oh. Some of it's slipping out. I'm like, my jaw just dropped, and I'm like, just like squealing when I'm opening this stuff up. It's just amazing. Look at this. State of Missouri, County of Scotland, December 28th, 1308. See, I don't know that I could share this with somebody or give this away. She's so generous. It's just so delicious. Now, I sent her a private message and thanked her. But Kathy, thank you. Look at this. Luxembourg Churches, an 80-seat church in the country village of Clairefontaine holds the tomb of Luxembourg's 12th century woman ruler, Ermestide. The Cathedral of Our Lady of Luxembourg holds the remains of Europe's historic medieval kings, John the Blind. Weddings are sometimes held in his crypt. History article clip. Look. Cabinet card. Old mail. This is dated 1966. 1993. Look at this yummy photo. Look at that little guy. Aw. She has sent me other stuff to this family name. 1954, 2-cent stamp. It's a card. Hold on. I didn't look at this yesterday. I didn't open it up. A garden of get well wishes. Look, she stuffed other stuff in here. Look how beautiful. Made in the USA. How about it? 1995. Now, this might have been her mother-in-law. I'm not sure. $0.15, 1990. Greetings from the centennial year of Idaho. till later. Millie. I'll have to read that later. City sanitation. See, I just love all this stuff. I mean, this stuff is just. If I ever found a box of this stuff, I think I would lose my mind. You know? I think of all the stuff that probably was in my grandmother's attic. I wasn't into any of this stuff then. Oh my goodness. So now look at all this. Look, chenille. This is so hard to come by. This is just glorious. Look, little bits of laces. Oh yeah, get a load of this. Look at that. Someone must have crocheted this. This is a real heavy crocheted lace. And then they stitched it on this fabulous cotton. This is a journal cover right in and of itself, right there. Huh? Delicious. It just blows my mind that she would share this stuff. I mean, it's just fabulous. I have like almost no black stuff. Look how pretty. And then some pretty black lace. This is very soft. I've seen this lace pattern in white. So soft though. This is a huge piece. A ribbon and lace. Somebody cut something out of it for a project. But look at all this. I know. Could you die? Could you just die? Are you jealous yet? Are you jealous? Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. Now, I could share some of this too. And probably if you asked me, I would. But are you going to ask me? I don't know. Look, I'm saving this. This is okay. Just, you got to wait. Look, this is like double or triple layer. Now, I picked up something like this at a thrift shop, but mine had a piece of red on it. But see, I'm going to take this apart, and then there's 3 layers of lace, and they're gorgeous. Look at that. That's got to be a half yard easy. I am such a sucker for lace. Look at this cute little one. This is the one that's got the holes, and you can put the ribbon through. I usually don't. I usually use it like this because it's just so yummy by itself. I don't want this to get lost. Maybe I'll put that with that. Look at this piece. Look how beautiful this is. It's not even like an ecru color. It's more, has more yellow, I think, than ecru. I'm not going to share this piece, I'll tell you that. Although it might go in a journal that I would put in my Etsy shop, but that is just no words. Another piece. Now this is different. This has some stiffness to it. Now I'm thinking this would be cool on a jelly plate too, but do you want to ruin it? I don't know. This is really cool. Jackal will be eyeing that up. Look at this. I've been wanting to do a yellow journal, so this will find a home there. This has got to be crochet, but it's real thick. It looks like it was cut out of maybe, I don't know, if this was like a bedspread, I just can't even imagine. Such a pretty pattern. And it's a different color for sure, but I think it's so cool. Now, I've been saying to myself for years, I wish I could just find an old, worn out quilt somewhere that just doesn't mean anything to anybody that I could, take apart. Look at the piece. Look at this piece. It's got some love spots on it. Mm-mm-mm. So then she sent me all this. Oh, we'll save that piece. I'll show you that after. This is exactly what I've had in my mind that I've wanted forever. Just pieces of an old quilt. Look. I mean, I just. Uh, this is just so amazing. Look at this little bit. Mm-mm-mm. Now, I did cut some of this up because I was so excited. I cut some of this into squares to use, small squares. Oh, look at that piece of fabric. This is very interesting. Oh, looks like a piece was cut out here, but even the back of that's kind of cool. And I'll show you why I cut the squares, because not only did Kath send me all this delicious stuff to enjoy, she sent me some of her clusters. Wait till you get a load of those. I mean, you're just going to flip. You're going to flip. Kathy has a channel called Calico Kate. I'll put her in the description box as well. Look at these worn out bits. See that just on top of a journal? To me, it's just heaven. Heaven. Another bit. Look at that. Look at the edging on this. Like sometimes it's stitched on differently, but this looks like it was hand stitched on. Incredible. Look at the back. I mean, thank you just does not seem enough. It just is. This is just so wonderful. Oh yeah, look, this is a black trim. Look at the detail on there. How yummy is that? Some more trim. I forgot this kind of got loose. Wait a minute, there's two different ones here. I put these in that other bag. I think they jumped ship. So I had so much stuff stuffed in there. Well, Kathy had so much stuff stuffed in there. Goodness me. It's beautiful. Look at this one. It's not stretchy, but it's kind of got a curl all of its own. It might be hard to see. And then this piece, oh my goodness. Look at this. I guess this is a table runner, maybe, or it used to be, or part of a tablecloth, or look at the fringe. Now, this is real stiff, but it's very cool. I guess it was stitched on this way. I don't know. It's cool. So cool. This almost looks like a seersucker kind of fabric. Just darling. Just absolute darling. Oh, these are the ones we already looked at. Oh, I ripped the bag. Billy, look, she's got this. This is the piece de la resistance. Way to get a load. Way to get a load of this stuff. All right, here's some more trim. Some more black trim. Look how cute this is. It'd be nice to have that in every color, wouldn't it? Some more of these doilies. This nice little strip. That looks hand crocheted. This is a braid. This is like a gimp. I have some of this in gold. But mine is stiffer. This is real soft. This is gotta be vintage, retro, antique, old stuff. Old stuff. Now we're going to get into what Kath has. So not only was this a great happy mail treat, she's also inspired me. Where do you get a load of this stuff? Let's see. Here. I've said this before. Kathy is great at putting things together, her clusters and her tags and such that she puts together. She has a knack of layering things. You got to check out her channel. Look at this. Look how cute this is. Look, she attached it up here, but these all are free. You could just flip up. You could pin things on here. You could sew some buttons. Look, I never think to use my pins like this. She just wrapped her fabric on, well, I guess she stitched it down, added a little crinkly bow, made some little flags. Adorable. I hope you're getting some ideas here. I know I did. Look, there's that trim. She coordinated all the fabrics. Now, this would look fabulous attached to a page. I don't know if I have, yeah, let me grab this. I'm just going to show you. I mean, the video is already long, so like just, you're going to have to humor me. Humor me. This is one of my favorite journals. This is a canvas cover that I did, and I'm just putting in stuff that I like. Some of my artwork. Look, I got things stored in here. Let's find a place. Some of my Peggy stuff. Oh, maybe I will look good on this page. Look. How dynamite is that? I'm gluing it in right now so I don't lose it. It's going in. See, if I don't do this, then I'll forget, and then it'll get, it was something else. And then 6 months later, I'll be like, oh, yeah, there's that thing Kath made me, and I didn't know where I put it. So, forgive me, but I'm doing it right now. And that was Fabri-Tac I used. Fabulous. Just fabulous. All right, now let's sit that over here amongst the rest of my debris. I just said to myself, I got to get my room straightened up today. Huh. Look, she's got all different sizes. Oh, look, that looks, wow, that looks like it was like really stitched, but it's part of the design of the fabric. Look, it's not stitched. It's a pair of scissors. Oh, I love this yellow. I just threw some discs like this away that I cut and decided not to do with them what I wanted to. Look how cute it looks on that. I should have saved them. I usually do save everything. I threw those out. This fabric is all so soft. Look, now, we all probably have a lot of these things, right? And they're cute in and of themselves, but she went and attached fabric to the back. Gorgeous. This is just simple scraps that she stitched together. But see how she offset these different lengths. Here's that trim again. I just love that trim. These are so cute. Love that fabric too. There's not a whole lot I guess I don't like, but these are just over the top. More chenille. There's that yellow fabric again. I might have to clip a piece of that off. That looks like paint was soaked up on that one. That's cute. I haven't found my favorite one yet, but it's coming. Look at this. This is all stiff with the glue, so it'd be easy to glue down onto a journal page or her cover. Hello, sunshine. And she's got a button there, of course, with thread that she stitched down. Look, now these are littler bits. She probably just stitched that all on when she stitched the button on. Slow stitching, sitting in her chair or something. Look, this is fabulous. I've got fabric like that where it's got all the license plates. I never thought about cutting them apart. Look how cute that looks. Little flat flowers. I bought some flowers from Debbie Epps. I was thinking, what in the world are you going to do with them, Laura? See, when you're at those sales, you gotta go quick, or you don't get stuff. And then sometimes I think, oh, why did you get that? Well, because you gotta try to buy it before somebody else gets in, especially if your lag is not too good. Oh, that's pretty too. Look at that. I'm loving this yellow. Ooh, look at that. Oh, this one she's got glued down. See, I could pull that apart. That's so yummy to me. Look at this one's got some bling. She zigzagged around it, hooked it all together. Oops, there's two. Wait a minute, isn't that cool? That's a neat piece. Looks like this fabric had sections and she just zigzagged around the sections and then added that ribbon and a little flower. She's got some slow stitching on here. This feels so cool. It's like she layered a variety of things. This is some really cool batting. Don't even throw away your pieces of batting. See what you could do with that? See, that is adorbs. Nice. Some more little bit of lace. Beads, wooden beads. Tags and little bits of fabric. Oh, Kathy. Very talented lady. Very talented lady. This is a couple. Look at this one. Oh, there's a loose guy. These are loose. Got tucked in there. I'm going to steal them because as soon as I'm done this video, I'm going to get something to drink, something to eat, and then I'm going to get the little bits that I cut from what Kath gave me, and I'm going to start making these because I've been thinking about it since I opened this package last night. Look, there's a cute button. Just stack them and stitch them, baby. Stack them and stitch them. Cool. This one with the little red button. Look. See how clever she is? And she put that red cherries underneath there. That just makes that button pop to me. That would look fabulous on a page. I'm saving my favorite for last. It's like a little scene. Look how cute that fabric is. She's got that all zigzagged. You're going to have to leave me a message and tell me, am I crazy or is this stuff like fabulous? Look, we talked about making yo-yos. I found out the secret to making them. I have some that I've made. And get those babies out and stick them on a cluster. Look at this guy. More circles. Dang, I wish I'd have kept those circles. Simple, but so Adorable. Oh, look at this one with the purple. Wouldn't you like to have a bag of those? Adorable. She can make them any size. As you can see, she's got all different sizes here. Add some bows. Nice. There's several here. Oh, that button is so shiny and so soft and silky to the touch. See, I could touch that for hours. Here's some more of this. Look, just the flower with a little bit of. I put some of these somewhere too. A little burlap flower. And then here's this kind, just like little tags. A little flip up, but she just stitched across. These wouldn't take, you spend a night sitting and cutting out some fabric, or you gather your bits together, take a little pin them together, and then you just sit at your machine or sit in your chair and hand stitch. Look how adorable that is. Look, she's got X's and O's there. Oh my gosh, this is my fave. Are you ready? She's got a pin. Now, I bought pins like this. Haven't used them. This is like a military pin to close your laundry bag, I think. Look at this. I'll bet Kath made that. She crochets. Look how beautiful this is. This is going to stay here. I love that she left those long. Yeah, look, it says D9. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Kathy, if you are watching, I just really cannot thank you enough. This stuff is so awesome. Now, if you leave me a comment and you would like to have one of these little cluster bits, I will send it to you. Kathy was so generous with me. I don't care. And that'll just be a stamp, it's not a big deal. But I will just send you a random one. I'm not going to ask you which one you want. Isn't that fabulous? So I'm going to put this back in my. See, I sent her some of these bags years ago. And she kept them. And then she sent me some wonderful, wonderful happy mail. So I'm going to put this all back in here. I have my quilt pieces somewhere that I trimmed out that I'm going to work with today. I might have to do another video. What did I say? Stack it and stitch it, something like that. That might be a cute thing. And then, of course, I like to shop. And there's certain people I like to shop with. And I'm a big fan of Pearl Finds. So this is my recent order from Pearl. Pearl just has a variety of delightful things. Her prices are very good and reasonable. She puts things together and they look just so delicious when she puts them together. And I'm going to pause my video because I need a drink. Hold on. Okay, I really needed a drink there. All right, so now I told you the video was going to be long, so we're already 45 minutes. But let me show you what I purchased from Pearl. I'll also link Pearl's information because really, even if you stop in and watch Pearl while she's having a sale, you'll get some great ideas. So she had something all bundled up with this really cool dyed tool or netting. See, that's going to be the tie around a journal or something for me. And then she had these really nice long envelopes. Now, my husband's always looking for these number 10 envelopes. But you know what? These are so nice and such a good weight. I don't think he's going to get them. I think they're going to just go in my stash. And Pearl has this. Now, I do love to shop with Lovely's Crafting Lodge, and she does dyed things. But these look so cool, and I like these envelopes that Pearl had with the great big window. They're not business reply, but these look really cool. I like to support Pearl too. Look, she's got some doilies in there, a little bit of eyelet lace, some 3x5, a 3x5, and a 4x6. So that can go in a journal, flap around the edge of a page and be a flip out. Of course, this is larger. I'm not sure what I'll do with this envelope because it's so big, but I guess I could fold it, but it's got, see, that cellophane window. Same thing in here, but she's got a nice big piece of fabric in the back. Can you see it's probably like a napkin or something? And then a doily, some trim, some more cards that are stenciled on. And I had to have it. I had to have it. This is some old timey, oops, sorry, hit the camera, publication. I'm really not sure. I didn't take it apart. I'm not sure that I want to take it apart. This looks like a combo of different old printed works. Oh, let me take it apart. I don't want anybody saying, oh, take it apart, Lord, take it apart. Let's see. This is 1881, if you can believe it. The images are fabulous. So Pearl was selling like folios of these, I believe. This is a German one, I believe. 1916. Now I have visions of grandeur of making my own digitals, and these are the kind of images I want. And because they're so old, they're copyright, I can go ahead and do that. My daughter, I think, is going to help me because I'm not understanding how to get started. And then this one, 1877. He's very dapper. Oops. Oh, it smells like old books. It's so cool. It smells so neat. It's not musty. It's just like an old book smell. I can't describe it, but it's really wonderful. Pearl has a lot of contacts, and she gets really great stuff. And her fabric stuff is top drawer, if you will. Let me see if I can keep these back in the plastic. I've got really quite a few old magazines, like the Macintosh, the Priscilla, um, uh, Youth's Companion, and they've got all kinds of cool pictures and things in it that I think would make really some yummy digitals. But I don't know how to make them. So, all right, here's some stuff I put together. These were all separate purchases from Pearl. And she had like these little spindly things. These were $3 a piece. See, and this is all vintage stuff. This one just kind of looks like it's got a little bit of maybe a little bit of a green cast to it. I don't know if you can tell. Maybe it's blue. But look how darling and how tiny. Now, if you can describe it to Pearl, and she has more left, she'll sell it to you. But she sells mostly, I think, on Tuesday afternoons. This one, I don't see where it's latched. I don't think I want to pull it. I don't know if you can see. Wait a minute. What can I stick under? Oh, I don't know if you can see. Mm, you can see a little bit. See, that's that design. Isn't it cool? And this is $3 for 3 yards. You can't beat that. For a vintage trim lace? Come on. You just can't. And this is Pearl's livelihood. I just love her stuff. And she has a schedule where she bills you and then she ships it right out. She's got her act together. A lot of the girls do. I like to buy from Katie, Tribe of Five. Look. Look how cute that is. There's a ton of it there. Ton. I think this was a couple dollars. I took a lot of the little tags off so my husband couldn't see them. Not that if he would really look, but it's just, trust me, it's just better this way. This is so. Jacqueline always says it has such a good hand feel. Yes, this has a good hand feel. I'd never seen anything like this before. It's just a little bit of a bounce to it, but not elastic. This is old. It goes this way. Just yummy. Just yummy. Maybe you're sitting and working on some projects while you're watching me show my haul. I hope so. I love watching what other people like and what they pick out. All right, Pearl had these for a couple of bucks. So the muslin sack was pretty cool. It's very heavy. I bought some to use to put stuff in and sell, but mine are really thin and see-through. This looks vintage to me. I don't know. It says cabbage. Cute. And then she put all these little lacy bits. Look at this. Huh? Yikes. Yikes. Some more black. This feels like stuff my mom had. My grandma. Look, that's just delicious. Mm. We all have our thing, right? Just really love lace. I don't really sew. I just love it to add to journals and journal pages and stuff like that. I'm not like making dresses or anything like Aunt Beck does. Pink. Almost looks like that black lace pattern. That flower is very familiar in lace, I think. I think this little bag was $4. So you get the bag and you get it stuffed with lace. You're not gonna if you are doing art like I am and you're doing journals, you don't need 3 yards. You're not if you're not making a dress or a jacket, you don't need 3 yards. You just need little bits. $4. You can't beat that. That was probably supposed to go in there too. I'm gonna put it back in there. Then I'm pretty sure she said she made these bags. It's just like a blue chicken. Maybe she didn't. I don't know. I don't want to misspeak, but whatever, it's adorable. This one drawstrings from the side, and then she's got another piece of cotton that's been, grunged up, And this is a button on a bulb pin, and it's got different trims and things in it. This bag is just like so fabulous. Ooh. So I know there's a name for this, don't know what it is. So look how much, there's a bunch of that. This lace, I don't have a lot in thin laces, so I always like to pick those up. This was probably off of a pillowcase or part of a table runner or something. Some satin ribbon that was coffee stained or tea stained. Isn't this a cute pattern? See, just a little snippet of that on top of a piece of paper in a journal just takes it over the top. I think we looked at this one. So all this was in that fabulous blue ticking bag. And then it draws strings over here. Not sure how you do that, but isn't it cool the way it's got the tall neck? And I thought this was funny. I bought fabric that I already have, but you know what? After a while, you forget. But this might have been a bundle. I'm not sure. I'll wait for that for a minute. Where do you see this? This is fabric, but it feels like leather. I guess it's like a faux leather. This is going to make such a fabulous, and look how much there is. I can get several journals out of this. If I go small, I could probably get 3 out of it easy. Okay, if you think I'm nuts, tell me. I can take it. But you have to stop in at Pearls. I mean, some of us can't get around anymore. You might not have good places around you, or you can't get to an estate sale and maybe luck into something. You know, Pearl and the gals that do this kind of stuff do it for us. Look at this. This is just a portion. Is that crochet? That's definitely crochet. And look with the little irregular stitch lines. Beautiful. Not to mention this. This is also pretty soft. I think if it's soft, it's old. The stiff stuff's the newer stuff. Where do you get a load of this? Can you see? I don't know how well you can see that. I used to have some black paper sitting here, but I think, if you can believe it, I put it away. This is just gorgeous. This is more like, I think I'm going to coffee stain this. This is more of an eyelet type fabric. It's very dainty, very cute. You could cut that. I could cut that. That's adorable. Now this might have been farm stuff. I don't really remember, but I know this is a Debbie Mum. I have some of this. Pretty sure this is Debbie Mum. Yeah, see, Mum's the word. This is so fabulous. Not sad to have more of that. And then some plain blue. It's different. Look, yellow. I think I wanted it because of this, because it's got a yellow background, and I want to do that yellow. I don't know. I have it in my mind. I want to make a yellow journal. Yellow's not even my favorite color, but I just have it in my mind to do it. I got to get that started. So that's that. And then she had all kinds of like back borders and pieces that were more like farm barn themed. I just love the chicken wire. All the threads here are kind of, isn't that pretty? Certainly plenty enough to do anything. Now, if you are looking for fabric to make an outfit, yeah, probably not be your gal, but for any kind of art or journaling supplies, this is a good place to. Roosters. I have buttons that would match this perfect. Another little bit of that. Who doesn't love a farm journal? This was $2, fat quarter. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Look, there's some more. This is a fat quarter. Look at these roosters. Oh, look, I got more of this. Look. Love it. I just love it. Look at this one. This was $1.50. Are you kidding me right now? Look at this. Fat quarter. You're not going to go to, well, you can't go to Joann's anymore. You're not going to go to a fabric store and find this stuff. $2. This was a little more. Look at them. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The colors are so bright. Let's see. What is this? Oh, maybe this was going to be something. This is just a piece of, look, a little pig with little piglets on the top. Pig on top of the cow. You got cows, you got chickens. Delicious. All right, that's it, kids. That's all she wrote. I am so pleased with all my wonderful things. Now it's to get my act together and get moving and using some of this stuff, which I'm going to do as soon as I have some lunch. I'm going to make some clusters for sure. So let me know what you think in the comments. That helps my channel for sure. And yeah, I'll put all my pearl stuff in here. So I'm going to let this populate. I'll put the information in my description box so you can find some of these gals if you're interested to watch. And they all have great ideas, do different stuff, you know. Jersey Laura, Kathy Carol, which is Carol Pete, Lovely's Crafting Lodge, Jacqueline, and then Pearls, plural, Pearls Finds. You will not be disappointed, I'm telling you. Okay, so an hour. I know that's long, but really, for all I showed you, it's not too bad, not too shabby. So, as I always like to say, take time to be creative, enjoy the journey. That's all for now. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.